Thank you for a few moments of your time to bring an update on where we currently are as a church and how we intend to navigate the coming weeks as it relates to COVID-19. First, let me say that we miss seeing all of you here on campus each week, but I'm so thankful for the online platforms that are available to have gospel conversations with you. I'm also thankful for the dedication, the expertise, and the creativity of our staff to make all this virtual connection moments possible. Until the governor of South Carolina relaxes the social distancing guidelines and makes an adjustment to the occupancy guidelines, we'll continue on our current course of gathering together using online platforms. We're thankful for the leaders of our state and their approach to this through care and caution. We will continue to monitor and reevaluate this situation weekly and keep you updated. Please know that we want to be back together worshiping corporately on campus. We might be separate, but we're together. The church is far more than a building, but a community joined together through the shared love of Christ in our hearts. So for a moment, let me share with you some wins that have taken place during these last few weeks together. We ask you to help our neighbors in Seneca who are suffering through the aftermath of an EF3 tornado, and you responded in one afternoon with over $2,500 and a truckload of provisions that have been distributed. With those funds, last week, almost 400 people received a full hot meal, and this week, Friday, another 250 will receive a full barbecue meal for lunch. Praying for people from their driveways have taken place. Volunteers have hid Easter eggs in families' yards at Resurrection Weekend. There was the distribution of our Easter at Home kits. People have emailed photos of their families watching church at home, photos of children holding hairbrushes for microphones and singing along with our worship leaders, to my very own 91-year-old father watching from Georgia with his earbuds in and praying at his breakfast table as we prayed online. Children accepting Christ through Hope Kids at Home, middle school and high school students having Zoom gatherings, and college students gathering for virtual community, e-groups and home groups gathering also. We received cards, emails, texts, and Facebook comments sharing how Hope's online platforms have kept them connected on so many levels. That's encouraging, but how can I be encouraged in the middle of all of this? I think there are two ways to approach this season. You see, we can decide to wait for encouragement at the conclusion when all of this is over, or we can make a decision to be encouraged in the middle of the season. So how can I find encouragement in the middle? Well, let me share a text with you from Matthew chapter 28 and verse 16. It says, "Now the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain to which Jesus had directed them. And when they saw him, they worshiped him, but some doubted." I'm so thankful for that dose of humanity in Scripture. "And Jesus came and said to them, 'All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me.'" It's following the resurrection. Jesus is on the very cusp of returning to his Father. He takes the opportunity in the very shadow of their doubt to remind them that he is sovereign, not just in heaven, but on earth. I see it much like going on a trip in a car, and what determines if that trip is relaxing or tense is the confidence level that you have in the person driving. If they're a terrible driver, then your mind is constantly on the road, worried even though you're not driving. But if you trust the person driving, then you rest in their ability to get you to your destination. Be encouraged today, because God is sovereign over all things in heaven and on earth. Thank you, and we look forward to gathering with you at Church at Home this Sunday at 9 and 11 a.m.